So I used to be what they would call the chaser. I used to be a player, and I used to chase girl after girl, and I always had multiple people on the go, and I always had what I called a keep warm pile. And the reason why I was the chaser, and the reason why you are the chaser, is because you are constantly looking to replace what mum or dad never gave you as a child. That's why you see me. And that's why I say the core foundation and everything when it comes to healing comes back to your inner child. So let's get into why you're doing the behaviour you're doing, how we can heal it, and why I feel that the inner child is the result and the key to you actually going on to cure your abandonment wound and live the best life. So if you're somebody that is constantly chasing, let's say, the twin flame, because that's how a lot of you know me, I am the divine masculine in the twin flame journey. And the reason why you are always trying to chase your twin, you're trying to find out about your twin, understand them, you're trying to, look at their social media, what is it they're up to, and you constantly watch them, etc., and you obsess over them. That's because at the core foundation of it, you have the abandonment wound. You want back that bubble love, right? You want back that feeling so bad of how incredible and amazing it felt when you were together. It's not just twin flames that feel the whole runner and the chase thing, okay? The chasing inherently is because you have a massive void inside of you. And I can tell you honestly, genuinely, that that's why I went woman to woman. I was well known when I was younger for being the biggest player ever. I at one point, I think I had like 4 people. I had 4 girlfriends. I don't know how I managed it. And I also had a keep warm pile, and I had various online chats. And but I was doing that because I was seeking what my mum and dad never gave me. I was unwanted as a child. My mum even said to me as a kid, she wished she'd never had me. I was a mistake. I was that accident at birth. How many of you know what that feels like? How many of you have been told that you were never wanted, or were you like me also? Did you live with the whole golden child? My brother was the golden child. He was the most gorgeous, most beautiful, most amazing one. And you'll have an abandonment wound if you were also told things like, why can't you be like your brother? Why can't you just do what he does? Like, why are you such hard work? And you'll feel the black sheep thing. All of the things that I'm speaking about are all inherent when it comes to the abandonment wound. So the reason why we are always chasing people is because we're hoping that they're going to make us feel inside what our mum and dad never ever did. I want you to know that. Okay, so if you're somebody like myself who grew up without a dad, so my dad was in the Navy apparently, and he would be gone 6 or 9 months, and then he would come back and we'd get the whole love bombing, and then my dad would then go. This is why quite often when we have a massive abandonment wound, we will allow things like breadcrumbing. We will allow people to just give us the most basic things possible, okay? Because ultimately we are always chasing outside of ourselves because we're not comfortable inside of ourselves. And this is why I will always say that the inner child work here is crucial and it is key. If you are somebody that is absolutely chasing your twin, or you're chasing somebody, you're looking when they were last seen, you are on the red receipts, you've got the blue ticks, you are checking their social media, you are trying to find out all about them, you are obsessed with the third party, etc. I want you just to think about, no matter what it is you find out, is it ever enough? And I want you just to go and just check in with yourself right now in your body, okay? And I want you to think about when you do get that text back, when you do get that message, when you do see that they've read it, what feeling is happening in your body? Because whatever you get, you want more, right? Even if you have somebody that has given you an apology. Let's say that you've sent a message to somebody and someone's messaged you back and they have said whatever. You still don't feel like it's enough, right? And you don't feel like it's enough because the abandonment wound is at the bottom of it. You will also be somebody that will over explain like crazy because, again, that is the whole abandonment wound playing out. It's the not seen, it's the not heard. And that's why I'll say everything I'm speaking about in this video, it all comes down to the inner child. The inner child, for me, they are your operating system. They saw everything between 0 and 9 years of age, and they all put it on a little tiny chip. And I say this to everybody, okay? And that chip is uploaded in what we call reality every single day. And our job is to actually get in touch with our inner child, because that's how we're going to heal the abandonment wound. I want you to know, whatever you do now, because time is not linear, it changes everything with your inner child. But is this you? Are you doing inner child work every now and then? Are you doing the occasional meditation? Are you doing the occasional visualization and then not checking in with your inner child? Because if you are abandoning your inner child to the degree that your mum and dad did. I realise that. And this is what I talk about in the Inner Boy Reset. I literally realised in 2020 that because I was only going and being with LK every now and then, I was abandoning her to the degree that my dad had abandoned me as a child. And this is why I made the Inner Child Reset and the Inner Boy Reset. 30 days how to make your inner boy feel safe or your inner child feel safe. Because what I realised was, when I started showing up for her every single day, when I started doing things with her physically, like playing Lego, watching Disney movies, doing things with my inner child, everything in my life started to change. People stopped ghosting me. People stopped abandoning me. People started replying to me, because ultimately I was looking after little me. I was healing me inside of myself. So sit with that. Are you somebody that is occasionally doing inner child work? I promise you, your inner child just wants you consistently there. Not all day, every day, because life happens. But what they want you to be with them in the morning. They want you to be there at night. They want you to give them the certainty that you never experienced when you were a child. If you did grow up in a single parent family and your mum, they were mum and dad, you're bound to have an abandonment wound, I promise you. Because your mum, you'll be one of those people that will go, but she did her best, didn't she? Yes, she did. But ultimately, you will find that when it does come to something like the twin flame dynamic, you will be the massive chaser. Because what will have happened is, when you were with, let's say if you were with your twin would have made you feel everything in that moment that you never ever had as a child. And that's why you chase as hard as you do. That's why the divine feminine, she obsesses for years and years and years, because ultimately she has the abandonment wound at her core. And she says, when I get that person back, I'm going to be okay. But is this also you? Do you also get into relationships with people and then get bored? I used to. Honestly, do you also not go all in? Because if you don't go all in, that's also the abandonment wound. That's you keeping you safe and going, well, okay. And then the thing that my twin did to me, she pushed me away before I could leave her, because ultimately she had a massive abandonment wound. Yes, I did. But she even said to me, she was just like, well, I'll leave you before you leave me. And do you say things like this? If you knew who I really was, you wouldn't want anything to do with me. Are you a closed book? Do you keep your cards close to your chest? If you say all of those things, you have a deep, deep abandonment wound. And that's why I will say to you, honestly, that's where everything that you do with your inner child, it will change your life. It's for you to become the mum and dad that you always wanted, that you never had. And that's possible through inner child work. That's what I teach you. I teach you how to make your inner child feel safe. After that, you do a session with me. And I teach you something known as reparenting, and I teach you the KEL technique. And once you've got the KEL technique to reparenting, you don't need any of the tools in your life. I am not one of them people that are going to keep you attached to me. I believe I can give you everything you need in probably 3-4 sessions tops. Or inner child reset plus 1 session. I'm telling you, honestly, what I've written is incredible. And I know I'm here to change the world. And I want you to stop being that chaser. I want you to be that person like me that can be so comfortable in the silence. Some days I get 1 text. I get hardly any notifications. And that's how you know you've truly healed your abandonment wound, because You don't care about your phone. It doesn't matter what notifications you do or don't. I am so used to now, I never get any notifications on my phone. Like, I used to pick up my phone and have, I don't know, 10, 15 notifications. If I get a notification, I'm like, oh, that's unusual. That's how you know you've healed the abandonment wound, when you're totally comfortable in the silence, when you're happy in your own skin. And I promise you, your inner child is the key. My inner child, LK, she is awesome and she's incredible. And when you do even do more than that and you get into parts work is phenomenal. It is incredible. Like, I've been doing parts work for years, but I really am so deeply in love with myself, and I want that for you guys. And that requires you to stop chasing, and that requires you to go deep inside of yourself. Everything you need is inside of you. Below in the description here on YouTube, I have a ton of tools. Inner child reset is there for you. The inner boy reset is there for you. If you're a woman, I've done get started. But I believe what I've written and what I've created is the key to help you healing. Because I honestly, truly, I want you to smile like I do. And I want you to have every day to be amazing and incredible. Because when you've healed, do you know what's amazing? Life is the most beautiful experience day in, day out. And I want that for you. I hope this video has helped you. Because for me, the key to everything, that's your inner child. And remember, whatever you do now, however much time you spend with them, you are changing everything that happened back then. You are all your inner child needs or wants, because nobody can make your inner child feel safe until you do. I hope that video helps you. Have a really great day. Enjoy, keep smiling, and love life. Heal that abandonment wound. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise you. Take care.